Computer desk setups. I'm pretty certain everybody who has a computer has considered on wanting to splurge a bit on their desk setups and make them look pretty and fancy while they're doing a bunch of RuneScaping for hours at a time. Being able to quickly get a Mountain Dew in their hand while they're in a CSGO lobby. And not only is that kind of thing important for gamers, but also hobbyists too. I've had a lot of different desk setups over the years, and I'm wanting to start pinning down on what a really good finalized setup would look like, while also at the same time, I've been having to deal with a room remodel. So naturally, because of both of those things, I decided to do some research on really good room layouts and desktop layouts, and I fell into quite a big rabbit hole on that side of the internet. Seriously, one look at r/male living space and my wallet is practically screaming. But with all of the pretty and cozy and minimalistic desktop environments, there are the aesthetic and functional ones, and half of the time, these setups have some of the most expensive products that you could ever imagine putting on your desk. And I'm not talking about the typical stuff that you might think is expensive, like headphones or a mouse. Seriously though, why is the MX Master 3S one of the most popular mice for this? No. Instead, they would invest a lot of that money into stands, displays, cases, whatever. Some of those setups will have items in there that are so expensive that they could be just as expensive as the actual gadgets that they're going to be using, if not more. And this is where Mattia DiLisio comes into play. Now, initially when I stumbled across his channel, I thought his setup looked nice. I thought that each thing that he picked out was meticulously made with a purpose, and that his setup was sleek, it was functional, and it was very well optimized. However, that wasn't until I looked at the description for these items and I saw the prices on them, and my views on all of these products just fell way beyond the wayside. Also, please don't harass this guy or witch hunt him or anything. This is just me critiquing the products in question, and if Matt is watching this video, please understand I don't have anything personal against you. I'm certain you have gotten plenty of use out of these items. I would totally believe that, but I honestly feel like that it's kind of disingenuous with the way that it's presented within these videos, and that's why I'm still making this video. Now, the first video I saw from him came from November of 2023, and the video was called Functional and High Quality Desk Accessories. I know, it's weird to talk about a video for 2023 and 2025, but the stuff that he uses in this video is stuff that he is still using in his newer videos.
I take notes quite often while sitting at the desk. It's important for me to capture any idea or task and jot it down before I forget about it. In the physical world, I use the small notepad from GrooveMade for daily reminders or to-do lists, along with a vertical organizer to store and manage them.
Now, when you first look at this kinda looks normal. I mean, it makes sense why you want to have a notepad on your setup if you want a distraction-free writing system, and then having a way to organize it makes total sense. And I actually like both of the ideas that he tossed in this video. So my issue isn't the idea of it, but rather the specific product that he chooses to accomplish this. How much do you think that this notepad here with this iPhone notch looking ass thing on the top costs? Typically, notepads are like $1 to $2 per pack. You can get them at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, and if you're at Walmart, you could splurge a little bit on the Pen and Gear notebook, which actually is really nice, or you could splurge a little bit more and pay $20 for a Moleskine, which makes total sense. So with that in mind, imagine how shocked I was when I discovered that this GrooveMade notepad costed $100. $100 for a small little desk thing that holds paper on it for you to write and remove. That's it. Oh, and to make things even worse, the refills for this notepad cost $15 for 140 sheets. I could literally go to Amazon and buy a whole set of bulk notebooks that I can use for the rest of my life for $30, let alone $100. I understand if you want to value the note-taking process and the idea of grabbing information, which is already a whole can of worms that I can make a whole other video about, but this is so f***ing overkill.
In the digital realm, I use Notion. If you're not familiar, Notion is a free productivity app that allows you to organize your notes.
Oh, Oh, here we go, Notion. Yeah, a lot of these productivity YouTubers like to put Notion and Obsidian on such a high pedestal. I'm gonna be honest, they're fine. I think they're great pieces of software. I just hate the fact that a lot of these creators are putting such an overblown stigma on Notion and Obsidian. They're just note-taking apps. They're perfectly fine to use, but a lot of this is very performative. If he's actually using these Notion templates the way that he's presenting them, fine, be my guest. I don't really care. I don't live your life. You do whatever you want. But I feel like a lot of this is very excessive, especially for those that are just wanting to get into productive stuff on their setup. He also shows off this desk shelf organizer with these trays, and I don't have too much of an issue with it. It looks fine. I totally get that. It's just, once again, it is overly pricey. Like, $200 pricey. And also, the trays, once again, come from GroveMade. I'm starting to notice a pattern, but I'm not gonna call shots just yet.
To ensure that all my devices are fully charged during the day, I utilize various chargers for different purposes. On top of the shelf, I have this beautiful walnut stand from GroveMade, which uses the same material to hold the MagSafe charger for the iPhone. A better solution for saving space on the shelf would be to use a 3-in-1 stand like this one. But unfortunately, I don't own one.
Oh my god. Okay, hold up, back up. I'm not judging him based on what he does and does not own. That's not my thing. I do not care about that. I just thought it was really funny that he could not get a $120 display that he's showing in this video that he said he doesn't have. But he was able to get a $190 MagSafe stand. By the way, that's not a stand that comes with the charger. It's a stand that you have to put a separate charger inside of it. And once again, this comes from GroveMade. Okay, I think we need to finally point this out. The vast majority of products that show up in Matt's videos come from GroveMade. Now, I could totally understand having a favorite brand, but at the same time, I don't think you should purchase everything from a specific brand. Like, just because I'm a big fan of Nintendo, let's say for example, that doesn't mean I need to buy officially licensed Nintendo cases and carrying cases or whatever. Now for me, I have myself an Anker MagSafe stand. It already has a MagSafe charger port on it. It's what I place my phone on, and it costed me about $30. But if I wanted the one that had the AirPod charger inside of that, that would cost me $50, only a $20 increase. Well, I mean, I could sort of understand it for his case scenario because he's got one for his one iPhone and then there's the one for the second phone. Wait, with second phone?
Such as the AirPods Pro and my second phone. Since the Carby desk is known for being susceptible to scratches, the best way to protect it is to use a desk pad. After trying many of them over the years, I can safely say that the highest quality ones are from GroveMade.
Again, this thing is coming from GroveMade. I swear, I feel like I'm watching that one video of Jack's Films constantly adding protein to his shake. It's basically like that, but it's a desk setup instead.
The first thing you're going to want to do is put in a scoop of
GroveMade.
Then you're gonna add some
GroveMade.
Then we're gonna add some
GroveMade. Another stylish and functional item on my desk is the Blackwing sharpener, which I acquired through a pencil kit collaboration with GroveMade. 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 GroveMade.
Alright, I think you can get the gist of this video. In fact, literally the only thing that is even remotely understandable is this little desk tool cleaning kit that he got from AliExpress. That's the only reasonable item in this entire video. Now, I know what you might be thinking, and I'm kind of feeling the same way as well. I feel like I'm being a little bit too harsh. I mean, he bought this with his own money. He doesn't really have an affiliate with GroveMade despite mentioning it so many times. Maybe he just really likes the brand. He's just showing off what he likes, and I'm just being very harsh. I totally get that view. But I have a little bit of a rebuttal, and that rebuttal is his other video, 34 aesthetic and functional desk accessories you didn't know you needed. Apparently, despite me being a computer user for most of my life at this point, apparently there are some accessories I didn't know I needed despite already having everything I needed. So let's see what accessories I missed out on apparently. Now this video doesn't have any narration, so I'm gonna talk over it, but the first things that he show off are the low-free Flow 84 keyboard with RGB lights at the bottom that you're never gonna see, and the Grove Made wrist set that we saw in the previous video. And of course he also shows off the $80 notepad that we also saw. God, that thing looks weird. Yeah, apparently I didn't even know I needed these accessories despite me already having a perfectly accessible keyboard, and I never knew I needed RGB at the bottom that I'm never gonna see. He also shows off these speaker stands, which... Okay, at this point, if you already are using monitors to mix your music, I'm pretty certain you've already been told to have it up to your ear height, so I don't think anybody that is using a monitor forgot that they needed a stand for them. He also shows off this MacBook dock and stand, which are both made by Grove Made. He also shows off Apple's Magic Trackpad, which is actually a pretty cool accessory, but then he shows off a Grove Made trackpad tray, which is designed to give you an extra height off of your desk for the trackpad, and the stand costs more than the trackpad itself. Then we get our second keyboard with Apple's Magic Keyboard, and of course the accompanying tray to go with it. And then finally we have our first reasonably priced product, which is the screwdriver set. It's $40, it totally makes sense, I respect it. And then we have another laptop stand, despite him showing us one beforehand. I wouldn't really have an issue with him showing multiple different variants of the same concept, but considering this video is about desk accessories you didn't know you needed, apparently I didn't know I needed 2 separate laptop stands. He also shows off this desk pad with a stand set on it that actually looks nice. It's $200, never mind. We've got yet another MagSafe stand for his iPhone. Now he also shows off this USB-C dock that actually looks really nice. It's metallic, it's got the SD and micro SD card slots on it, it's also got an aux port. This is actually a really nice device. I would love to have this on my desk. How much does it cost? He also shows off a couple of these trays throughout the video, and the only reason I haven't brought them up now is because each of them costed like $100 individually. But you wanna know what would go great with all of these trays? Another f***ing keyboard, of course. Well, actually, no, wait, I'm sorry. 2 new keyboards. 4 keyboards in the same video, and each of them ranging between $100 to $400. There are actual fully fledged computers out there that cost just as much as this f***ing keyboard. Why can't people just be happy with Royal Clutch? Jesus. He also shows off these bookends in the video, and just as I suspected, Atomic Habits is in there. Now, I'm not saying that Atomic Habits is a bad book or any of the info in there is useless. I've read the book myself and I've been taking a lot of great cues from it, and it's also got a lot of wonderful information that I think is very useful for this generation. It's just my big issue with it is productivity YouTubers like to really overglorify the purpose of that book and sometimes just straight up take aspects from that book and put it into their own videos. So at this point, you might as well just read the book instead. It's actually something I want to talk about in a future video. Also, Still Like an Artist, gotta give that book a shout out. I've heard some good stuff about it, haven't got to read it yet, but I think I should. Another reasonable product that he also shows off is this mic stand. It's actually an Elgato stand. Yippee! But then another stand he shows off is this one that's designed for your iPad and it connects via MagSafe. Why does this exist? Alright, hold up. Let me go back a little bit. iPads are actually pretty useful if you're doing a lot of creation stuff. You know, they're great for writing your scripts. They're great for drawing if you have Procreate. I think iPads are handy. I wanted one myself. But considering that it's also an Apple product, it's going to be filled with a lot of different apps on them that are going to take away a lot of your time. And the way that he's presented it in the video and the way he's using it, I don't know what he's using it on the screen. I don't see what he's using the iPad for, but it's just really funny to think that he has this set up so that way he can second screen something while working. I don't know, I just thought that was really funny to me. But then he ends off the video with another tray for the 5th keyboard in this video. Now, initially, I thought to myself, oh my god, a lot of these products are genuinely useless. The fact that we had a bunch of keyboard stands and a trackpad stand really made me feel like this video was a little bit overbloated. But that was the only criticism I had of the video at first. But I took it one step further. I went through all 34 products plus the 4 that he listed number 17 in this video and calculated how much it would be for me to buy all of these products. And if I wanted to buy all of the products that he showed off in this video, it would cost me over $6,550. $6,550? Why? There are so many more feasible and affordable options out there. Like the BenQ screen bar that he shows off. That thing alone costs $150, but you could find plenty of them from $30 to $40, and one of them having that little wireless button thing if you like that. And I'm not the only person that is bothered by this. Just look at the comments in this video. I'm so glad I'm not the only one who is so tired of GroveMaid and all these desk setup videos. Like, no, I don't want to pay $800 for a monitor stand. I wish I was exaggerating. Not sponsored by GroveMaid, I swear. Aesthetic, 92%. Functional, 7%. Useful, 1%. Necessary, 0%. And now I also thought to myself, well, these comments are kind of being a little bit harsh. I mean, you know, it's this guy's money. He can do whatever he wants with it. But he starts being a little overly defensive with them. Like the not sponsored by GroveMaid thing, he replies saying, unfortunately, this one isn't. Anything wrong with that? And the 0% necessary comment, he responds saying, if you've only seen 7% functional accessories, there's something wrong with you. Haha, necessary is subjective. LOL. Now look, Matt, if you're watching this video, I do not hate you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you create that is worthy of these products, but it does look like that you actually do like this setup. I'm not trying to kill your fun. That's not what I'm here for. My issue with these videos is that they are presented as if they are the only products available that is for these intended purposes. There's a video from the studio, which if you don't know is Marcus Brownlee's channel, and they had 3 people try to build different setups that was under $500. And the creative ideas that they all had to be able to fit that budget is amazing, and I really do like the desks that they showed off. So there are way more options than this, and I wish this is something that was taken into consideration when showing this to your audience. You may find it useful, you may find it handy, but it's not something that is going to be accessible for everybody, especially in today's economy. I'm not trying to ruin your game, and especially since you have a website that leaks all this. That's cool. I have to give some respect to that. And of course, nobody's being told by you to buy all of the products that were shown off in this video. Actually, I think some of these products are nice. I like the screwdriver set you showed off, and I like that scissors. Even though they're $50, I do think they're really nice looking scissors. In fact, knowing your very eclectic taste, I would actually be very curious on what a products under $50 video would look like, kind of like the ones that Random Frank P does. There's a lot of potential for really cool desk setup accessories from you. I think that would be something really cool that you could do. I just don't want to see that wasted. But I want to hear what you all think. What are your thoughts on Matt DiLisio's setup? Did you think it was a really cool setup? Did you think a lot of the products were unnecessary? Tell me all that in the comments. And if you have any other suggestions for what you want me to talk about next, and if you have anything else that you want to submit to me, you can submit them all via all the social media links that you see on screen right now and in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit the like button, and if you're new, the subscribe button, and the notification bell so that way you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I don't understand.
Hold up, wait.
Oh, he's got the LGBT lights.
It's RGB, motherfucker.